How can this image help to incorporate creativity into our lessons? Today's training session is going to answer that question. So what is creativity? According to NAS-UWT, Barnes, and the NAC-CCE, it is a hard term to define due to its ability to be an umbrella term. But what I think describes it best is said by the NAC-CCE, which states that creativity within classrooms should encourage young people to believe in their creativity, potential, to engage their sense of possibility, and to give them the confidence to try. Does this not best describe exactly what we as teachers try to do with all our lessons? So let's see how this fits into our lesson. Using aliens as a starting point immediately grasps the attention of the children, but does it link to our national curriculum goals? By using the right lessons, the approaches set out by Fogarty, and our transferable thinking skills, we can make this happen. Currently in Year 2 we have a topic of big cities. So if we take this and combine it with aliens, now we have a starting point for our lessons.
Let's start with science and the subject of the uses of everyday materials. The national curriculum states that children should be able to identify and compare the uses of everyday materials. During lessons we can look into what materials we can use and which would be best to make the buildings out of, creating a series of exploration and evaluation based lessons for the children to fully examine what materials might be best to use in the space. This series of science lessons can also link into the maths, offering the use of a shared approach from Fogarty. In maths, through the use of properties of shapes, the national curriculum states that children should be able to identify and describe 3D shapes, including the number of edges, vertices and faces. In these lessons, the children will be looking at a variety of shapes, revisiting 2D shapes before moving on to 3D shapes, noting all their properties. Over a series of lessons, this can also begin linking to science as the children can begin to find the best shapes to make buildings out of.
When it comes to English, it can become harder to link this into the same type of lessons as science and maths. However, we still may be able to use our exploration and evaluation thinking skill. Through reading comprehension, we'll look at poems and the recital of poems. The national curriculum suggests that children should listen to, discuss and express views about a wide range of contemporary and classical poetry, as well as building up a repertoire of poems learned by heart, appreciating these and reciting them with appropriate intonation. With the use of poems such as Last Night I Saw the City Breathing, children can listen and rehearse the poem, suggesting why the performer changes their voice for different parts of the poem. By the end of the big cities topic and also the English, maths and science topics, the aim for the children will be to have completed a performance poem instructing the aliens on what the best materials would be to create the buildings in space, as well as what the best shape would be and why, using the properties they have learnt about. The children will be able to choose what medium they would like to use, offering them the freedom which, as suggested by C.D. Gaskell, is a vital part of children's creative development. Today we have started to look into creative approaches and how we can use them in the core subjects. Next week we are going to be looking into thinking skills and how we can integrate the use of these into our planning. Thank you for attending today's training session. I hope you found it useful, and any questions please come and ask.